Greetings. I am David Zokaitis, and I'm here to talk about a couple of building issues and what we might do about them. The first issue I'm going to address tonight is this parking ramp that the city is going to put up. We're due to spend $21 million for a smaller ramp, whereas we got a report from the Walker folks who said we should spend $10 million for a larger ramp. And then there's all this secrecy on the whole deal. And to make it worse, we're working with this developer, Legacy Developments, that, let's say, has some issues. Okay, so the parking ramp. If it was up to me, what we would do is cancel the whole deal. It just looks too bad. There's too many problems with it. And if you can suspect that there's some fraud involved, well, then you have legal recourse to throw the whole thing out. That's what I'd do. Issue number 2, siding on the Premier Center. We got a report recently from Simpson, Gumpertz, and Hager. They talked about some minor problems. I'm going to skip those today because they're minor problems. And I had some questions on this report and went and called, and they said, well, sorry, if it's not in the report, we're not going to answer your questions. So much for that. There's a design flaw in the Premier Center. Well, 2 of them, actually. They put flat siding on a curved building. Like, what the heck were they thinking? It's bumpy, it looks kind of cheap. Here's the picture. What the heck? Brand new building, all those little bumps on it. Just doesn't look very good. Here's a quote from the report. Specifications require that we deal with thermal effects. It's in the specs, all right? Shop drawings say, hey, there's nothing in there about thermal effects. The translation for that complicated report is, hey, we screwed up. So the second design flaw is that thermal expansion is ignored and the contract has been violated, according to that report, according to that quote. All right, so here's quote number 2. The loading is cyclical in nature, so that causes the panels to fatigue, perhaps. More pronounced buckling in the long term. In other words, it's probably going to get worse. What's it going to look like in 50 years? Could be really bad. Now, I had a whole bunch of related questions that I could not answer. If we swap out some panels in 50 years, are they going to match? And what is the long-term effect of thermal stress on these fasteners? Thermal stress on a road makes potholes and cracks. Will these fasteners fail in 50 years? I wanted to know. I asked. Nobody knows. Is the siding going to fall off in 50 years because the contractor forgot about thermal effects? Important questions that have no answer. Now, the city got, $500,000 from the builder in some secret settlement and described as $1 million fix and didn't fix anything. What the heck? Issues remain. So my recommendation would be that the builder remove all of the stuff, redesign fasteners for the thermal stresses that they should have designed them for in the first place, install new curved siding for a new curved building, and I figure that, it's their mistakes and they should fix it. It's their cost. Seems kind of obvious to me. And here's my closing here. We should enjoy nature. Sometimes it does some very pretty things. This is Lake Lorraine, in case you're curious. And with that, hey, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, David. Good evening.